But that's what I love. Like, people just look at the Supermoto and be like, man, why would you have that? You can't even ride off-road. And you'd be surprised what you can do. Like I said, don't get me wrong, it's not no motocross bike or trail bike or whatever, but you can still have a whole hell of a lot of fun. But like I said before, even if you plan on riding off-road more, buy the Supermoto. You won't go wrong with this one because of the better suspension. Really, that's all you're getting, is you're just getting different suspension. There's nothing else different about the S model to the SM model that I know of, other than the front fenders are different, which I would change on either bike no matter what. The S model, the front fender is hideous because it's like chopped off in a square, whereas the SM goes to like a point, but they're both still awful. This one throws more mud and dirt up at you, but I still would much rather, even if I was primarily riding off-road and stuff, I'd still want this one. It just looks so much better, allows more cooling to the radiators. Just if you probably are riding more off-road, you probably want radiator guards because it's going to kick more mud and dirt up into the radiators. Mine's got a few little crushed fins from rocks and stuff, but nothing major. Nothing that I'm worried about. Nothing that's gonna cause the radiator to leak or lose its cooling ability. It's been a long time since I really got this aggressive riding off-road, and I can tell my hands are hurting and I'm kind of breathing a little heavier, if you haven't noticed. It does, I mean, it is physical. Like, people just think like, oh, motocross isn't a sport, but man, them guys throwing those bikes around and going over like the whoop sections, and you know, for you to say that, that's nuts. I mean, you can't just go out there without any physical endurance and think you're going to make it through a race. A buddy of mine, he's a weightlifter, and he said he's going to start moving towards more anaerobic exercise, I think it's called. You know, just work on his cardio more, because, I mean, he still gets wore out. He races a lot of enduro races, and he mainly just does them for fun. I mean, yeah, I think he wants to win and all, but I think he just does it more for fun than anything. But he does the enduro races, you know, where they race through the woods and up and over logs and obstacles, and now that takes some fucking physical endurance, man. But yeah, I'd love for my girlfriend to get into riding on a dirt bike to start out. That way she can really get the fundamentals at least down, you know, just to, and she's always liked motocross. And I'm not saying for her to go out on a motocross track, because I don't have a desire to do that either, but I still think starting on a dirt bike is a good place to start. And you can really come out here and take your time. You know, you don't have to come out here and, you know, if you're riding with me, try to keep up with me or keep up with everybody else, or worry about keeping up with traffic. You know, you can just come out here, and if you just want to sit here and cruise along, just do that. You know, get used to riding. Don't just throw yourself out here and be like, man, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna rip it as hard as I can. Or I'm gonna go out here and keep up with my buddies that have been riding for 5 years. You know, don't do that kind of stuff, because you crash and hurt yourself, you're gonna ruin everybody's day. Because now they're gonna have to rush you to the hospital. That cuts into their riding, and then they're gonna be also worried, did he hurt, you know, they go back out riding, if you're gonna be okay. And I mean, it's like with riding with anybody or doing anything of that nature. You know, if you're riding with a group of riders on the street and they're off in front of you, do not try to keep up with them. That's how you end up crashing. You cannot ride past your abilities just to try to keep up with everybody. If you're in a group ride, make sure everybody knows where you're going, and just stick to that. You know, if you have to hang back and it takes you 15 minutes longer to get somewhere, so be it, as long as you make it there safe. You know, you push yourself hard into a corner and crash, they say you're just gonna ruin everybody's day, and everybody's gonna be freaking mad. I'm starting to get a couple people up here, and I'm heading out because it looks like it's gonna freaking downpour. Bridges are too slick to clutch it. That's all I do is freaking spin it. I love how they like just leave their ramp down and all that crap. I don't know, I was thinking about going that way, but now I'm thinking about going that way because I really want to hit some more trails. Yeah, they leave their ramp in the back for everybody to steal it. Cracks me up.